Our Italian journey continues as we have joined Como. No Cesc Fabregas meant me and Thomas Muller can slip in charge. And with a goal that looked like a slip from our centre-back Biomo, could the journey in Italy be done before it actually gets started? That is the question, as yes people, we start with the Coppa Italia. We have Fiorentina, who always produce beautiful kits, like ourselves, but we beat Juventus, top of the Serie A division, and this is the Journeyman. We just need to win 5 titles. With the Bundesliga already in the bag, we're looking at the Italian division. If you haven't followed our journey by now, if you're watching the movie version, watch the rest of the movie before this, or even watch the series. On YTMWS2, you can subscribe to both channels. Obviously, you might be watching this on that one. And we've got 17 million. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this. Gone from Barrow to Stoke to Borussia Mönchengladbach, now Como. We were linked with top jobs like Everton and Leeds United, but we are still yet to go to a team we're expected to win the league with, and we sit top with this side here. Martino's got beautiful pace, but Barca and Real Madrid are looking at him. We've got Kamada, Nico Paz the captain, but that causes controversy. In terms of squad selection, not unhappiness, because Baturina is actually getting along very nicely with me, and people say I look like that guy. Personally, I'm going to say I don't see it, and Benny Traore is the top scorer, the small Ivorian, who I thought would be the third choice. He's played more than Kamada, played more than Martino. We should have a lot of players. Yes, a lot of players running out of deals, including the overpaid Ivan Azon, Baran, who's a good youth player, and Lucas da Cunha. If these don't want to sign up new deals, A, we've potentially got to lean towards selling a few of them, and B, it could affect us because I'm going to sim these 3 games right here, go to January, not play the Champions League just yet. I'm thinking maybe Atalanta. And then we'll go from there as Derek Baran. He looks a really good player, and now he has changed to a cam. We've got 3 decent choices there. Telling me one thing about this man, Martin Baturina. It is a bid in from a league rival, Roma, and we can afford to sell him. But no, we can't go to a rival. I am being that petty. Worldwide have actually seen me being petty now, and they are saying I am being so. I don't care. You don't sell to a league rival. You just don't do it, especially when you're trying to win a league. And I don't mind this one that's going through. He will leave to Real Madrid as soon as the window opens. We are just before that. It is Boxing Day. And it looks like Nico Paz isn't bothered about that. He wants to come and speak to us, saying he wishes he was the player sold back to Madrid, not Baturina. I've got to tell the lad, his old club didn't want him. You're the club captain of Como. We are on for a title win now, please. Just get behind the side and just calm yourself down. But as you can see, our best rated player, our number 10, is unhappy. Now, do we strip him of captaincy? I don't know what I really do in this scenario. Do I just leave him to play? As Baturina has finally left the club, we're into January, and I think I am going to leave him to play first of all. One of the weakest players in our team is actually the left back Nico Williams, who I don't want to get rid of, being an ex-Premier League player. I want to trust them kind of lads to get through with us and potentially take them on the journey. Left backs in this save. When you think about it, we've had, who was it, Moore, who we really loved at Barrow. Then we didn't love Borkat, however, we did love Mensch, and now we're loving Nico Williams, or Neko in this save, and Asendiao. I love this man here. Should have been an early goal, but we've been very decent from the set pieces. That ball is not good. Looking for Ramon, the Spanish youngster, Charles de Ketelaere. It is a really strong Atalanta team, hence why we've played them. I believe we are still unbeaten in the league. Is that Bakary Sanya's son or something? Brilliant tackle from our centre-back. Despite all the winning, however, Nico Paz, like we say, is upset. And we still need to get the best out of actually winning games and not drawing them as a die. It looks like Nico Paz is unaffected because that assist to Jaden Adai is perfect. It's his first actual scored goal. Bellissimo at Como. We are loving it here at the Lake of Italy. And this Italian talk could be over before it's even begun. Whoa! They are getting stuck in. That could be a red. Come on, referee, do us a favour. Yep, straight red for Sulemana. Classless from Maurizio Sarri's team. Although at least he doesn't line them up like Scaloni does. But Yomo, we need to get going again. Here is the Argentine Perone. That's a dodgy pass. Don't let the 10-man scrap it. We've been really good at keeping clean sheets and really good at getting the goal scored. Biyomo's rounded, however, He's got used to taking shots. He's gone too far up the field. That is a shot on Biyomo. We can't block the shot from Sanya. He's going to keep hold. How close do you want to be? As Barani's onto the field, Nico passes off. I know that will spark some rumours. It's like Tuchel and Bellingham. He's our best player, but we love him. Although he wants to go to play with Bellingham or behind him. Then again, we took Kamada off as well, which is one player we signed for Bene Traore, who's been really good. We need to remember the ball right there, and here's our pacey man, Maturino. It's into a die, and Asendia, it's winger to winger, which is why we chose this shape. And it's a 9th goal of the season for Asendia. By the way, though, can I just say, what a player, what a goddamn player since we told him to go onto the left-hand side. He's got 7 assists. He's been perfect as the lad's out on loan, not truly grasping a first place, with us having to grasp someone for it. 61 million now. A gap of 5 points up the top of the league. We have actually lost a game, and that was Venezia. Out of all the teams that actually could have stopped our dominance, it is going to be them in the Coppa Italia. We're going to face Juve at the start of February. Then again, I think it's League first, Champions League second, which we still might not got through in because we do play Sporting Lisbon. We sit 26th, a brilliant keeper. Adai might be the lowest overall apart from Martino, who we just brought in, but these two are unswappable. I talked on Williams, but there's another position at the other side in Odinaka. Not really seeing him come alive in a Como shirt. Plus Italy, defenders, match made in heaven. So that is what I'm going to look for. Now, he's at Atalanta, who we just beat, and I didn't see him actually playing. Michael Kayode could be a good Como signing. And these are the players that I've located. Right, Alex Pellegrini, despite the playstyles, is probably out of the picture at a league rival, but it's between Kayode and this man Palestra. Marco Palestra. He's gone to Chelsea. Statistically, he doesn't have the long throwing of Kayode, but he has the pace and dribbling, which then takes us back to our own style as a manager, what will suit us more. You see, tactically in our shape, fullbacks do stay back. We let the wingers do the job of going forward, so we don't need a pacey wing back. We need someone strong, so another player that's cost a lot, like Kamada did to the striker, we bring the Italian Kayode to Como. He jumps into our lineup, and yes, it is from a rival in Atalanta, but it is a rival down in 6th, not a rival in 2nd, who we play next on deadline day, Roma. This is desperate territory. This is bigger than Juve now because it's 2 teams causing a shock. We want to be the biggest shock, and no offense to Como, but we want to pack our bags. We want to move on elsewhere, potentially to England, Spain, or it is going to be France, I believe, the last club left. Let's get off to an early start, going over the top a bit. Maybe not the best move because these are going to be a bit of a tall team, but Vaz, El Marla, that's an easy header down into Spurzian round the corner. Ryan is at Roma. They've scored on our river, and they have taken our place potentially at the top of the league. We've simmed a few games from that table you just saw yourselves. Coyote's into the team. Get the ball to him. Get him having this long throw. If we could just hit the striker straight away. No. Okay, that was just in the wrong direction. Completely, but he's still good with his feet. Pass now in to Martino. They couldn't even hold till half-time. Our 96 pace striker, yes, not the highest overall, but he's deadly in front of goal. Excellent response, but it's not done yet. 3 points is crucial. This is our league to win. Ours. And we won't let anybody stop us. So El Mala tried to get a tackle in there. Kumbula around the corner. Manu Kone. Vaz. He's put the ball through. It's 2-1. It's the first meaningful moment of the second half, and Spurzian with the goal. Yet again, we have to go again. At least they're giving us a good game. Not really been tested like this before with a die into Nico Paz. Nico's going to just try and run. Too much. They've even got Hincapi on the field. Or Hincapié. And Ryan, I can't believe they've actually gone and signed him over here to Italy. It's not Juventus money that they have, but they've got really good play going along. Perone, you have to cut that out. Diao straight forward into Nico Paz, who turns out again. That is a brilliant ball to Asen Diao. Look at the pace. He's burning through the defense. and it's down the middle. We've responded again. This time we've got to try and go and get the kill. Fantastic from us so far. And Jakob Damon, what a tackle. Perone under a bit of pressure. Don't let them get forward again. Vaz into Alvarez. I can't even select the right player. Coyote. Good tackle. He's more than just a long throw-in. The new lad's throwing him about like he's been here forever. Hincapié over the bar. But still, it's a big chance. Still we go again. Biomo through the middle. I have put Lacuna on because he's been here a while. He's our experienced head in these moments. Benny Traore, the top scorer. Diao not far behind him. Look at the pace from Assane Diao. He's going to pull it across. Martino! Own goal! We have done it! Almost the impossible. Look at the scenes here as Como 1907 have stole it from Roma. Even the media here in Serie A are saying that's not just a victory for Como, it's a victory for Italian football. What an entertaining contest. Which, guess what? We get to have again because the Champions League we're through. Yes, don't be a distraction from the league. As for the Super Cup, we don't care, or the Coppa Italia. It means nothing to us, but guess what? We've got Roma again after winning. We beat Juventus 3-2, and we are just the best team in Italy. Now, trying to be in the world, we have slumped a little bit in the Champions League. I am going to risk another simulation in this competition. We got quarterfinals last year. It's a 1-1 draw. Kamada and Pavlidis still banging in the goals a minute after hours, which does lead to a lot of people kind of questioning my ability in Europe. I think in Germany and Italy I'm just fine. But yeah, after a really poor Champions League campaign, we've got to improve. But I'm pretty sure the board would excuse us if we go and win a domestic double. But do we play Roma? I'm thinking we kind of risk a simulation there as well, because Inter want to win the league and they're going to be a big challenge for us. Look at this, 10 points clear at the top of the league, only 1 defeat all year. Goal difference isn't the best, but there's less games to play, and does that leave, what, 11 games? Huge chance to do something special. I'm still trusting the duo up front, because Benny Traore, as I was going to say, loves to come off the bench. And we're in a final. We beat Roma. We beat the rivals 3-2 again, because that was the result we just got a moment ago. So hold that, Roma. Actually, a club I looked at going to. They went with Gian Piero Gasparini. I waited a little bit of a while. I think he was there before and he must have gone back again. I saw by that list Inter struggling a little bit, but we've got to try and eye out maybe our next place to go. Right, Vitor Pereira in charge of Monaco. It's going to be hard to get a decent job in France, which isn't Paris, but they're going to always be winning the league, so the manager's always going to be safe. As for the Liga, Urs Fischer. Don't recognise the name in charge of Madrid. And in England, there is a job available, a one that could maybe make us favourites to actually win the title. It is Arsenal, the Gunners. And this league could be wrapped up before we even get on to a second leg. Yes, a second leg with Roma. Bloody sneaking up on us. When I thought the business was done and dusted, we were into a cup final. No, you've got to play them again. I mean, it's kind of fair, but we've already played them away, so they're coming to this place where they've already been beaten 3-2. What a ball! Yaron Lobisek, whatever his name is, can't keep up with Martino. It was lucky on that occasion. Lucky as we get the ball away. Assane Diao to go away as well. As here goes Nico Paz in the middle to solve the riddle. Kamada back out wide to him. Martino pointing where he wants it. Oh, we like to switch wing to wing, and it almost worked wing to wing again. Here's Jaden Adai. Adai cuts inside. Blast that forward, straight into the path of Martino. Let the run of Nico Paz curve inside because he's made a perfect one. He's offside. But that is some finish by the Argentine. Then again, won't count, and the game's still yet to really catch fire. Jeez, this is dull. I mean, we've had our most exciting game in a while last time out against Roma. Of course, moments like this will happen with Coyote struggling to tackle Nathaniel Brown, or Nathan Brown, the German who's gone to, I think it's Bayern Munich, alongside Saibari. A very decent signing after the World Cup. As here goes Adai. Gets it out wide. That's a brilliant ball now into Assane Diao. We just let him drive because everybody moves out of his way. Assane Diao, he spins inside. He's going to shoot himself. What a goal. He can't stop this man. Once he is flying, he gets 13 in 28 games. Did the Mo Salah celebration, and he just doesn't even do a skill move. He just walks to cut inside. The assister? Not even in the vicinity, but it was Jaden Adai because he always likes to get involved into trying to speed up a little bit. You can't keep the ball like Diao can. And now we're going to counter-attack on you with 97 pace on the ball. So we'll keep running with Martino. Look for Diao, who is there again. Is he going to try and cut inside again? Yes, he is. They've allowed him to. He's got the pass off into Nico Paz. Who even needs this fraud of a right back? All them play styles, you couldn't stop us. We made the right choice with, of course, Joshua Coyote. And the table sits us 12 points clear of Roma, with them to play a game, and we're just not losing now. We're shredding through every game. Thomas, do we change anything, or do we just keep going like a tank engine? How about rotation for the cups and the league? Can we afford to rotate? Of course we can, boss. We are so clear, but then again, don't take my advice for it. Make your own mind up. And I'm just a yes man at the moment, agreeing whatever you do's right. At least he's honest about it. And I haven't rotated, frankly. I thought the same team should keep playing. We're not losing, so why change a fixed tyre? That is a saying that doesn't exist, shouldn't exist. Don't really know why I said it. And, oh, dear me. That's me thinking we're into the final, and we're not. El Mala, they get their revenge, and it's Kamada with our goal. The dream of all those trophies ticked off for us right there. However, 5 games to go. The points tally sits at 15 points, so just a point in the next game secures us a title with Roma in second, and we can actually move on from Como. Italy, surprisingly easier than I expected. You can see the winners from the real life previous years, Inter Milan and Napoli, sitting 4th and 5th. Not just 2nd and 3rd. Now we're getting prime reports about us, because now people are seeing how much we've transformed Italian football, implementing our aggressive high line, not aggressive style of play. There is a difference between the Argentine way and the way we do it. We just like to press fatigue out of players, not press them with fists, as this is how we have been playing. Passing that classic 10 has worked so well. But let's go out there and win this division. I can keep the records, goal scorers, etc. till the end of the video and potentially search for our next job, as this is the team, once it's rested, that will play. Look at the boys, they look so in the zone. We should be so in the zone as the manager. League win time, baby. Let's go and do it. We haven't done it with Inter. Again, we didn't do it with Bayern or Dortmund over in the Bundesliga as well. We did it the hard way. Mönchengladbach we had to build up after failure at Stoke. Adai, straight off the bat, Kamada! He's not even fully fit as well. It's Jaden Adai with the assist. 12th goal of the season for Francesco Kamada. If we want to take him to our next club, it's going to cost a pretty penny. By the way, we're playing already relegated Empoli in this fixture, so in terms of getting goals, I'm hoping to get a few, and they shouldn't come back to beat us. They shouldn't be scoring 2 at all. Maxime Perrone, he's got red around his knee, but here goes Ascendiao again. Look how many players we've actually got forward. This is the pressing style. We let Ascendiao do his trademark move. The deadly spin. SFO running inside though. Woo! They almost got one. And Michael Coyote, it's drilled into the middle and it's missed everyone. It's a foul. It's a foul. It's a foul if we commit one to stop this counter-attack. But still, I do have the faith we don't need to do that. Into the middle again to this man. Running the show for Empoli. I can't get near him. I can't control near him. A big save from Restes. By the way, we're in the second half now. Michael Coyote with the block of the cross. And we are going to put the cult hero on Bene Traore. Off the bench, he has been absolutely stupendous. Hoping he can go and score to seal this title victory for us. And hopefully we get the graphic of it being lifted. Empoli going a bit all-out attack, which is peculiar, to say the least. They've got nothing to play for, but then again, there is no friendly games in football, and you should aim to win every game, so I actually applaud them for it. But we're not rattled, and it's a ball from Ascendiao through the legs to Nico Paz. Martino! It's hit the post. Adai can't keep it alive. It's got me going squeaky, but the title's won. We've done it. Kamada in the 4th minute against bottom of the league. Celebrations around the lake. Hopefully no one goes for a swim in there, but that is the Serie A title won. I'm going squeaky, but Nico Paz joins Rocco Wright in our title lifters, and Danny Rose at Barrow, but we don't count that one as a major trophy. Don't go to bed just yet, because we've got more to do. We've currently got 89 points and a month left of the season, so now I'm going to look at the jobs available currently, then the jobs that potentially become available in the nations we need to go to. Even the Roma manager's under pressure, so ultimately, who got the final laugh? Over in the Premier League, Rui Borges takes the Arsenal job. The only one available is Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Unai Emery looking very insecure. But then the other ones I'm not going to be taking. So we can either apply for Aston Villa. No one's in danger in France. And no one currently in danger here in La Liga. But Atleti de Madrid sit 5th. They're a team I'm keeping my eye out on. Sim until the end of the year, and it was one defeat. Venezia are the only team to beat us. 101 points. Yes, we flopped in every other competition. But surely you give us some praise and give us another managerial job now. I'd say top tier. I mean, Mönchengladbach and Como, no offence, but I'd call them second tier. I'm talking Paris. That's the real job I want, but unfortunately they keep winning leagues. And as you can see in the Champions League finale, which will probably keep the managers safe, getting that far in it, and I'm checking the teams that fell out the Champions League places. Nagelsmann, our replacement. Not good for Borussia. I am ashamed. The job as well at Aston Villa has seized up. Nowhere open in England. We can't go back to the Premier League. And I say back, we haven't been there in the first place. Jobs are so hard to get over here in France as well as the title winners. Jose Mourinho's at Lens. They're all safe. It just seems like that league stopped ready for next year. But there is 2 available to apply for in Spain. Which one has to be our destination? We've applied for Athletic Club before, which is kind of appealing to me. Heavily youth-based. And Atletico de Madrid finished outside of the Champions League, so we're going into a club potentially winning the Europa League, the aim. We want to win the title. Then there's the likes of Barcelona. It's going to be really tough to win over there. But anyway, this is the team we've got. Could we take any of these players to our next club? I'd say definitely, if affordable. If we go to Atleti de Madrid, I think we've lost all faith of Nico Paz, Real Madrid youth player. Asen Diao, however, Betis. We potentially could get him in. Same as Restes. If we do need a goalkeeper, we'll check the Atleti team. Leaning towards them more than club. Our best player wasn't even Kamada or Martino. It was Benny. What a cult hero. Doing everything for us. Nico Paz with 13 goals, 17 assists. He won't be forgotten, but he might if we make this choice. Between Atleti Madrid and Athletic Club, we are going to go to none of them. Because I've just said all that about Nico Paz. They lost the Champions League finale, and I purposely didn't show you this job was available to go to.